The NBA Finals are here. Unlock every angle with coverage from the BetQL network. Get ahead of the game with early morning betting trends, game recaps, pick predictions, and more from the Daily Tip. Unlock the best bets for each game with BetQL Daily and You Better You Bet. And get live reactions to the biggest finals moments with BetMGM tonight. Listen on the Odyssey app or watch live and on demand on Twitch.
Welcome to History is Us. I'm Dr. Eddie S. Glaude Jr. Join me as we journey through history to face the ugly truths at the heart of the American story. Throughout this series, we explore who we are as a nation. Listen to History is Us, a creation and presentation of Shining City Audio, a C13 Originals, and John Meacham Studio. Available now on the Odyssey app or wherever you listen to your podcasts.
106.5 The End. It's the wake-up call.
Time for another dirty little secret here on the wake-up call, and we're talking to Laura. That's not her real name. This is not her real voice, but she has a dirty little secret. Good morning, Laura. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well. How are you guys?
We're fine. We're fine. So yours involves your dating history. Tell us what you've done to most of your boyfriends.
Okay, well, I have to say, some people think that it's a little crazy, but in my personal opinion, I think it's a super genius dating hack.
Okay.
And it's too good not to share. When I start dating a guy, I create, fake social media accounts, whether it's, Instagram or Facebook profile, Twitter, whatever it is. And I'll just reach out to the guy and see what he says to the other girl while we're dating.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Judgment-free zone.
Judgment-free zone. You're right.
Just to recap, Laura's dirty little secret is when she starts dating a guy or really likes a guy, she creates burner social media accounts to try to trap a guy into...
Not trap, test.
Not trap, test.
Okay.
Test a guy.
Okay.
That's a nice way to put it. Yeah, to see if he will stay faithful.
Is this the very beginning of the relationship? How far into the relationship do you set this test?
So for me, typically, I like to do it before we're physically intimate.
Okay.
So that's kind of where I'm. So it just varies depending upon the guy as far as time-wise.
But if it's before you're physically intimate, do you even have kind of a right to stake a claim on a guy prior to that? I mean, it's 2022. It's
maybe she's not taking a claim as much as just trying to gauge, is he only into her?
For me, I think that if we have reached the level of physical intimacy, the guy needs to be on board on all levels of trust and honesty and all of that stuff.
Okay, so you keep using the word honest and honesty, and I'm not judging. And you even use the word trust. I think some people might say that what you are doing by pretending to be another woman is dishonest. What do you say to that?
So for me, when they're dating me, they're 100% dating me. I'm not fake to them at all. I just created this alter ego that is kind of okay, if there is going to be a seed of doubt planted in the relationship, this Instagram account or this Facebook account is going to be the thing that's going to bring it about. Where I may not know in my real persona, my real person, that I don't know if that's going to happen or not.
It's my understanding this is not the only test that you will occasionally administer to somebody that you are dating, correct?
Correct. So I have different levels kind of based upon where they're at because, again, it's a test where the relationship's going to be. So kind of the next level, if they pass that first test, is in the past, I have faked a very serious illness, and this is just one time, to see if the guy... what kind of how he would react and how much concern he would have for me. Because again, when you get married to somebody, it's in sickness and health. So if I'm quote unquote sick, how are they going to take care of me?
I mean,
I honestly don't even know how to react.
I feel like I don't either. And part of the problem is it's not that it's a, I don't want to.
Don't.
It's not that it's a bad idea.
Oh, my God. Let me ask you this. How would you feel if a guy did this to you?
I would be totally down for it because I get what he's saying for it. You know, it's kind of like test driving a car before you buy it.
I mean, isn't that part of what love is? Isn't it putting trust in somebody?
Some might say.
Oh, some might say. Okay, so what illness do you say? Do you get over this illness?
So obviously it's got to be something that isn't contagious because obviously he won't come around. But for me, and I like to go, like, more go test the better to see how willing he is going to be. So I say I have, like, food poisoning.
Okay.
Where I'm, like, throwing up, have, like, really bad diarrhea.
Oh,
so
my
again,
God.
It's nothing he can get, but I, like, need help, and it's, like, super disgusting and want to see, like, how he's going to take care of me.
So then,
And,
okay,
honestly, I have to say,
so then he says, yeah, I'll be right over. And then what do? Take X-Lax? Like, what do you do?
I don't want to give away all of my secrets,
sure.
but there is definitely something that is taken.
Oh, my God. Wow. So you go full method actor when you do this approach of let's call it a trust fall, okay? Like to see if you can really trust this person. Are you currently dating somebody or are you single?
I'm single at the moment.
So it's not been working out so well.
I mean, I will say that my last relationship I was in for 4 years.
Did
So-
Did he ever find out that you did stuff like this?
Yes. But that's just because we decided to get a little creative with our libations, I guess you could say, and I had let it slip.
So
you got drunk and told him.
Is that why he dumped you?
No, why do you think he dumped me?
Yeah,
Oh.
Gavin, why do you think that he dumped her?
Let's call it
what
a hunch.
Terrible assumption.
Just call it a hunch, I guess. Did this factor into it at all while you guys aren't together?
No, not at all.
Okay. Well, that's our dirty little secret today.
I love it.
Okay, Laura, thank you very much for calling in. If you have a dirty little secret, you can always email us at secret@endonline.com.
How did one man go from the scion of a Bay Area sausage company to triple murderer?
Bud Stewart was always just a little off the rails.
I'm Natalia Gurevich, and I explored this question and many others on The Sausage King, a new podcast from KCBS Radio and Odyssey.
He would park the truck with the pig and a straw in front of my campaign headquarters.
Didn't like to follow any rules.
Subscribe and listen now on the Odyssey app or wherever you get your podcasts.
In 1970, a 28-year-old recent law school graduate became the most wanted woman in America. She's also my mother. I'm Zaid Ayers-Dorn, host of the new podcast, Mother Country Radicals. When I was growing up, my parents were on the run from the FBI, at war with the U.S. government. From Crooked Media and Odyssey, Mother Country Radicals, a family history of the Weather Underground. Listen to the entire first season of Mother Country Radicals right now, here on Odyssey.